So, Antonia, do you want to tell me a little bit about your character and maybe a little bit of history about how you came to the film?
History about well, I play Steinman in the film, a young, I think the youngest member of the group, of the mercenary group, and yeah, she's kind of an oddball character, really. She's been doing it for a while. I mean, she's a young girl, and I think, her dad was a mercenary, and her dad was worked with some of the older guys, Powell, and so she kind of got brought up into it, and so yeah, she's quite an odd one, quite a brooding, quiet character, and but sort of a bit lethal as well at the same time. Yeah, the scene that was really interesting, I think, for Steinman was when they're in the underground lab, and the girl starts going into labour, and she, all the way through, up from the beginning of the film, Steinman's not affected by kind of killing and violence and all that sort of thing, because it's just part of her day job. She sees it every day, and she's sort of quite numb to it, and it's really interesting because she is affected by the fact that this girl is in a huge amount of distress and is going to die, when you'd sort of normally think that she wouldn't, given her previous behaviour, she wouldn't kind of care or feel for her, and she does. And I think it's more that for Steinman, all of those other people, they know the kind of game that they're getting into. It's the kind of world of violence and all the rest of it, and they've put themselves in that situation, and so if they're going to get shot, then that's their thing. But this girl is an innocent girl, and she's been raised, well, she's sort of an alien, but she's been raised in this lab, and it's not her fault, and she shouldn't suffer. And I think it was this kind of maternal kind of sisterhood type thing, where she reacts, and you kind of realise that she's not completely stone. She does have a heart. So yeah, it was a really interesting scene, that.